Can you hear? There are pieces of ice falling. It's a proper hailstorm. Ready to leave from Pokhara again. I literally passed out for a day over here. I was exhausted after the ride to Mustang. But hopefully what's going to be a casual cruise to Kathmandu today.
The ride from Pokhara to Kathmandu proved to be the easy and comfortable cruise that I'd hoped for. After the many weeks of off-road adventures in Nepal, these 200 kilometers of consistent tarmac were a pleasant change. For once on this trip, what I'd expected and what I got tallied up well.
I think I've joined the famous traffic jams for getting in and out of Kathmandu. I'm pretty close now, less than 20 kilometers or around 20 kilometers. But literally walking the bike now because there's just backlog of traffic on both sides. Oh, first sight of Kathmandu. Capital of Nepal. I have not seen so many buildings in a while, and so many people and so many vehicles. Big city vibe, yo, big city vibe. Truly big city vibe. Traffic jams, hello.
My stopover in Kathmandu was quite brief, but the city won me over very quickly. There's a certain charm to it that I don't yet know quite how to explain, but I was just really happy to be there. It was both interesting and intriguing. Beautiful stupas, towering temples, majestic palaces, bustling markets, cozy cafes and quirky pubs. You see so much, and yet you feel like you've barely got a glimpse of all that the city has to offer.
Kathmandu has been so fantastic.
Other lens.
Yes. This is my portrait lens.
Ah.
I haven't actually used it, so I'm pretty excited. It'll be my first portrait lens.
Cool.
So Jay,
See you. It was really nice meeting you.
nice to meet you, bro.
I hope to see you again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same. I'm gonna go to Sikkim, I think, if I go to India.
Oh, nice.
Maybe we'll.
Yeah, I should be around there
Yeah.
if you come soon.
Yeah.
Let's see, but keep in touch.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
And I'll be back in India at some point. So.
Definitely.
So, G,
See you.
following this.
Ready to start up? It's time to leave Kathmandu. Might just leave Nepal today. Let's see. Depends on how this ride goes. Very late morning start because there was no electricity here last night. Milarepa hostel. That's where I stayed. It's right outside the Thamel market, next to the Garden of Dreams. It's a lovely place to stay actually. Very nice location, quite clean, good rooms. Hoi! We can't go straight. I actually really enjoyed my time here in Kathmandu. It is more urban than other parts of Nepal, but it's sort of really quirky. It's got some very nice markets, some really quaint cafes, obviously some beautiful historic districts, and just generally it's a very interesting, engaging and fascinating city. So and I don't believe you can see everything that there is to see over here in one shot. So I saw what I could, but I am definitely coming back to Kathmandu and coming back to Nepal. There is just so much in this small country. I mean, it is a small country at the end of the day, but there's just so much happening inside of it, and so much variety and diversity. And I mean, there's something for everyone, I think. I mean, the history buffs, the adventure buffs, the people who like cold places and the mountains, the people who like the plains and like forests and national parks. There's something for everybody. Now, I don't know which way I have to go. Look at this plane coming in here. Ooh, yeah. Bad idea to leave slightly late in the morning, but this means I've got to deal with Kathmandu traffic on my way out. I don't like traffics. It is very bad. It is a very boring city. It is a very hot. Traffic is the enemy.
Once I had tackled the city traffic, the ride got a lot nicer. Since I was now heading towards Bhutan, I intended to exit Nepal as far east as possible. This meant that I had to take a route that would eventually join the main East-West Highway in Nepal, and then make my way to the border exit nearest to Siliguri.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merchant change, but your face remains the same. Swallows will be here by dawn. When we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt.
about 3 p.m. and I finally joined the East-West Highway. Got off 806. This is H01. This is the road that runs all the way from the western border of Nepal all the way to the eastern border. The town called Mithali. I had gourmet chow mein over here. Yeah, about 300 kilometers away from Siliguri. I think at least 200 plus 250 from the border. So a long way to go. Let's see how far we get today. Ideally, I want to just go all the way to Siliguri, even if it's going to be a little bit late in the day, because I'm really low on Nepali currency. So I just made the ultimate goof up. After lunch, the place I left, apparently there was a branch off on the road that goes to Siliguri. I've ridden 45 kilometers and come to the wrong border from where I would enter Bihar, and it would be a huge roundabout to get to Siliguri. So I have to go back like at least 20, 30, 40 kilometers on terrible roads to find that main highway again, and then I have another 300 to Siliguri. The most frustrating thing ever. This is the first time in my life I've done something this stupid. Still retracing my route. As you can see, the sunset has begun. And when I get back to the point where I took the wrong turn, I still have another 5.5 hours to Siliguri. Let's see what we're gonna do today. Could this be that turn? I need to ask somebody. Siliguri. हाँ, ये ईस्ट टू वेस्ट हाईवे है? ये पूरा हाईवे है? अच्छा, thank you. This, are you serious? This is where I made my mistake. What a ridiculous scene. This is the road that I missed. And it looked like this was a road going into a town, and that was the main highway. I know I'm going on and on about it, but that's because I've lost about 3.5 hours on that last ridiculous detour. Never have I ever made a mistake like that. Never. Just in case I thought that this would be like one peaceful highway ride out of Nepal, some nonsense drama has to happen. Nonsense. Anyway, 300 kilometers from here to the famous Siliguri.
Even though the major goof-up had me a bit worked up, better sense eventually prevailed, and I stopped for the night and resumed my ride towards the border the next morning. Now that I was well rested and also less frustrated, I could get back to doing what I had to do more efficiently, and also enjoy the last leg of my journey through Nepal.
From the snow-capped mountains to the green mountains, and then you come down, and then you're in, like, being over here, you can't imagine that this country has Mount Everest in it. Can you? Like, Mount Everest is probably like, I don't know, less than 1,000 kilometers that way. Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world, here. I think Duhabi is a place where you can cross the border again, but we're going towards Itahari, and then onwards to Naxalbari, Panitanki, which is where I intend to cross the border, which we have to cross today. Today is the last day of my Bansar, my permit for the bike. Therefore, if I don't get out today, I don't know what kind of trouble I will get into. So, last day of Bansar, almost out of money. It's time to leave Nepal. Adding to the collection of interesting things I've read on the back of vehicles here in Nepal, this one has a Bluetooth symbol and it says searching for new girlfriend. Here we are. I assume this is the Indo-Nepal border. It's time to cross back. Okay, no one checked anything over there. This is the Mechi Bridge, which takes you back into India. Okay, the board there says welcome to India. Camera is there, huh? Keeping track of who comes and goes from this country. हाँ. Welcome to India. Welcome back to India. Turn left for Bagdogra. The person at the border just asked me a few questions of where I'm coming from, where I'm going, what I'm doing, and then he said, "Chalo, welcome to India." Haha! We are back. Nepal was fantastic. It's officially over now. Nepal is officially over. But what I've done there is just a glimpse of what there is to do in that beautiful country. This was my first trip to Nepal, but it's definitely not my last. So much left to do, so much left to see. But yay! Back in India. Woo!